Hello, this is VK3TVZ. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on some of the projects I'm doing at the moment. It's the 25th of June, so my holidays are certainly well underway now, but so are my projects. So last 2 days I've been working on my power distribution box, which is basically for low voltage applications, meaning 13.8 volt DC type stuff. In the shack here we have a few radios connected, but we've got one power supply in operation, but we've only got two terminals, negative and positive, and we've got everything bridged in there. I'll just show you this now and you'll see what I mean, why I want to do something about this. If we come down here and have a look, it's a little bit dark in here, but you can still see it probably fairly clearly there. We've got our power supply, and as you can see, it is an absolute mess here. So to combat this problem, I've been developing this board here, and what it is basically we've got 5 outputs here, positive terminals and negative terminals. We've got DC volts and DC amps. Now unfortunately I could not find a 30 amp meter, so we've had to go with a 20 amp, which will be fine for most things. We've got our main input terminals, which will bridge back to the power supply over here, and of course, as mentioned, our output terminals there. It's not completed at this stage, but what we've got, I'll flip this over, here's where all the wiring is going to take place. We're going to run the negative wires straight to the voltmeter, which is the negative supply here, and from there to our negative terminals, which are in the bottom here. From the positive terminal, we'll run a bridge to the positive on the voltmeter, and then through the amp meter, which is alongside, and then through from the amp meter out across to the positive terminals. Now you might be wondering about the fuse. That is going to be incorporated in a cable, which I'll show you in a moment. One thing I just did forget to mention is we do have a power switch here, so a correction, the power is going to be bridged through this switch here and then onto the meter. So we actually have a power switch here, just an on-off, and a power LED here which will illuminate red. Now these two holes up the top here are going to be for backlighting of the voltmeter and the amp meter, and we have those in here. There's two LEDs, they are blue in colour, there they are, and they will be protruding through here and here. And I'm still yet to build a little cover which will go across the top here, so you don't actually see the LEDs, but the backlighting should come through nicely over the displays there. So we'll probably work on that tomorrow. Anyway, I'll show you the cable arrangement, and of course that's the fuses there. They are 25 amp. We don't want to go too much more than that. So the radios that we'll be using will draw no more than 20 amps anyway. So that's it at the moment. We'll give you an idea of what's happening with the cable now. That's still yet to be constructed, but I'll show you a layout of that now. Here we've got some fairly heavy gauge cabling. They didn't actually have black, unfortunately, but this is a very dark brown, and it will suffice for the negative line. And the actual cable is the VK3TVZ 8G power cable, and we've got the same sort of thing here for the positive, except the sheathing is, as you can see there, red for positive. These will, well, the positive line will go through this fuse casing here, which is designed for the fuses that I've got. So we'll at some point cut this cable at probably towards the end of the cable where it will be connected to the power board, and we've got some lugs here, some power lugs, so it should all terminate quite nicely. So we'll be constructing that tomorrow, along with fitting the fuse holder there and putting the fuse in line with the positive cabling here. So anyway, so that's that on the progress there of the power box, and I'll give you another look at that. There it is. I'm fairly happy with it. I managed to get all this pretty straight, so I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing so far which has not worked out terribly well, for some reason we've got a little bit of a buckle here in the facing here. I'm not sure what's happened there, but it was slightly raised here. I probably should have tried to tap that down. Otherwise it's all looking pretty good. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but that's all okay, especially down there where the negative terminal is. I've had to shorten where the nut comes through here, but that's all okay. We'll be able to manage that. So the other thing with this casing is I've got another set of these rails for the top and bottom, and I've got some more side rails which are actually the same as this, which is U-shaped aluminium, and I've made a base plate already to go over the top, and that'll basically give it you know, double the thickness here, and it will you know, be able to put this together and house the back of the meters here, which are just a little bit below what's currently 20 mil here at the moment, from here to here, or thereabouts. So once we build the base for this, it will all close up quite nicely. So anyway, there it is at the moment. We're very much looking forward to getting this in operation, hopefully by tomorrow afternoon. So we'll get back to you then. Thanks for watching. This is VK3TVZ.